job,
We are
Terry.
We are live. Touchdown.
What's up, Tegan?
Man, Daily Cakes has got some clean ass line work.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's good.
It's very like. I find it very relaxing to watch.
I'm feeling it. Like I wanna
Dude, that's some
stream,
visual
but
ASMR.
I'm also just doing this now. So you guys,
I don't even know what happened.
Oh, I
What are you
should
doing?
get some bear
I'm
sponges right
just
now.
watching
Oh,
this.
you're
That's
watching
weird.
the cookie chick. All right.
It's just her icing cookies.
she
I
has
don't know
name.
why it like piqued my curiosity a little bit,
Just
and then I
she's
watched
drawing
it.
a bra on a pig.
She
Or
did
It's a
do that.
bikini.
whatever.
So you do like a bear and a
Get your
frog.
mind out of the gutter.
How the fuck did she do that?
If a pig
The
wore a bikini,
eyelashes?
would it wear it like
Dude, you should see her. She'll write like paragraphs on a cookie. And her
Dude, I don't even do that in real life on paper.
She doesn't even switch tips.
special?
She's just like,
No, she
here's
is.
a
I don't even
thick
do-
line, here's a little tapered line.
They went for two. They got it. There's
Welcome
a
to Cookie Chat with the Red Dragon in.
Welcome
We
to
discussed this girl doing
slash
cookies.
football chat.
Haley Cakes, if you haven't checked her out.
We're not sponsored by her.
Yeah, hey, free
Don't
read.
recommend other people's
You guys
YouTube.
forgot
Why?
to do
We do that, and then
No,
she's
they
like,
so
oh,
fine.
hey guys, guess
What's
what?
up, YouTube?
Tales from the
Russian
Red Dragon
F-bomb.
Inn totally
That's
like
right.
All of our
Because I'm too
subscribers
jazzed
still
about
watch
Haley
her.
Cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she has way more subscribers, and if she says like, hey,
Oh, yeah,
guess
she-
who was talking about me?
She does a shout out to us.
Yeah.
Oh, she better not. She's gonna
We got the
lose.
2.0.
She has more subscribers now. Wait till we get
Just
big.
wait.
Jasper's like, oh, what's this? Nah.
Maybe
Mom?
we could get her to do like
He's like, what? You're not
L5R
making
cookie
cookies.
decorations. We can do crossover.
Yeah.
Or we just eat cookies while we play.
She could send us some,
We have a picture-in-picture of her decorating cookies as we play.
She can send us stance markers in cookie form, and then
Oh, she make us
after
cookie
we're in
dice?
fire form, you can eat it.
Yes.
Dude,
I
cookie
like it.
dice. Where the dice also have an extra thing on it saying how many cookies you get.
That's what you spend your opportunity on.
You get 2 opportunities to get 1 cookie.
I have 46 strike, you guys, but these cookies are amazing.
I'm gonna unmask and eat the way I unmask is I just eat like 17 cookies.
Sorry, guys, I had to go watch.
Hey Cody, I want you to know I almost wore my vest today too.
Could have been best friends.
Yeah.
Alright.
Music.
Hey Cody, no more pop. It'll never be gay for you.
All right, let's recap. I don't remember what happened.
I just need a little caffeine.
I respect it.
All right, so you guys arrived at the castle. Well, actually, no. First thing that happened is your night before you got to the castle, the ghost manifested again as you were eating dinner, and he basically said, "Ensure no shame or retribution comes against his family when doing the matter of his death, when figuring out the matter of his death." Which you guys had all suspected that was going to play into this. So you arrived at the castle for your trading. You met a dragon who was the personal assistant to Sumuku, the Ruby champion. You guys had some clan representatives. There's liaisons there. You guys had all spoke to your clan liaisons. The Ruby champion called you into her private chambers, which was odd because it wasn't in the typical meeting hall. It was in her private room, and basically said a lot of people don't accept that it was natural causes, so you guys are to do a secret investigation. And in 4 days, she will announce her findings to the rest of the castle to finally put it at rest. So you guys have been gathering some clues. Basically, what you found out so far is you talked to So, the toiletry person. Yeah, he's the one who found the Emerald Champion's body. You talked to him, basically decided you didn't think he was responsible. You inspected the room, you found a little hidey hole with some papers missing and some other papers, so now you know what the handwriting looks like of the Emerald Champion. And you also found some chicken feathers. In talking to other people in the castle, you learned of the Emerald Champion would often disappear and go on nightly walks, but no one ever seen him leave and come back, indicating there's probably some sort of hidden entrance somewhere. You also learned about a cave where students go to usually smoke pipes and contemplate, just a relaxing area. And so we left off with you deciding that you were going to probably investigate the Henry and also investigate this cave. But first, it is...
Also, there was a dinner where we all met with our respective ambassadors.
Well, yeah, I
check in.
I slightly mentioned that, but yeah.
How did you?
And then, you all talk to your clan liaisons. And basically, I gave you your schedules. So you have breakfast, you have training all morning, and then you have lunch, and then your afternoons are mostly free, and then there's a dinner.
It's also only a 3-day schedule.
Yes, you guys...
Fast tracking.
Yes, you guys learned that you are basically being fast-tracked. Emerald Magistrate training typically would take longer than this. Today is...
Last night, I'm going to just say, just because I got a new technique, just I communed with an air spirit who taught me my new technique, basically, just for within story.
What is your new technique?
I can, within a range of 0 to 2, so basically within a room, kind of, I can...
Yeah, 2 is a few yards, right?
Right, yeah, that's what I mean, like a small room. I can do it within a small
3
room.
to 4 yards, yeah, so okay.
I can basically sense anything that's hidden.
All right.
Good. That sounds
Game-breaking techniques, huh? I like it.
Non-magical.
Non-magical.
So anything mundane, if I
Someone's got a
pass...
boner they're not talking about.
For each
I sense
opportunity...
it's tucked into the belt.
For each opportunity I
Classic.
spend, gives me one more item that could be concealed.
Okay. So, basically, this is the morning of you guys beginning your 3-day training, so anything that you want to investigate is going to have to wait until afternoon. We will start with breakfast, and then today is investigation training. How convenient.
Good. We should probably wait
Think
too.
some of us need this.
Could have used that yesterday.
I am not going to give you a full, lesson.
Could you though?
I thought about just preparing a PowerPoint and then just actually just sitting here and
If you did that, we'd probably
teaching
sell in
you
the
an
next
actual
task.
class. But no, I didn't.
Did you just make an Excel joke?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What'd you
I
say?
missed it.
I said if you would have done that, we probably would have excelled in our next task. But, hey.
I called it out because I
Little
appreciated.
Microsoft Office joke.
Yeah, that's just one of them
Hey,
smart
word up to
jokes.
Cody for catching that reference.
Ah, nice.
Allow you to access much more information.
Going deep with the access.
Ooh. I'm out of Microsoft Suite, so it's just,
I mean,
we brush past
we
it.
can keep going.
We
We can.
go for it. We're all on empty right now.
It'll be
That
done.
looks not good on this
It'll
name.
be done in
There
Flash.
you go.
Flash.
No, Flash is just a thing.
It's a good attempt.
That's an Adobe thing.
Publisher stuff.
All right, we need to move on before I say something else stupid.
Learn more words.
Operating system!
All right, so the important names to remember. Kitsuki Kaji, that is the assistant. That is the dragon. So Kaji is what I'll just say. Usually.
Oh, Kaji, yeah, the Ruby assistant.
Kaji is the dragon Bushi assistant. You met. Sumuku, of course, is the Ruby champion, as well as there were your specific clan people, but we don't need to talk.
Aji is the Henry person.
So obviously,
I was like, who is Henry?
the Henry.
Like, the
person?
Henry.
You haven't
That's
been to the
exactly
Henry
what
yet.
I
I
did
know,
too.
but that's who.
I'm like,
that's
what
who
is
runs
this
it.
Henry?
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you his name.
And why did I write it weird?
I didn't know I told you his name. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
You did.
That's the Japanese spelling of Henry.
Yeah.
Who is this Henry? Konnichiwa, Henry.
That is some poor tackling.
That is an exhaustive defense.
All right.
Sports ball!
Get a
All
little
right,
bit of
so-
everything here.
The dining hall is filled with samurai, including Kaji, and
Is this the next morning?
this is breakfast.
Okay,
Yes.
alright.
The talk is still, concerning his death and stuff. People were still,
Wish they'd get over that.
yeah. Well, the adventure doesn't want you to forget about it, so they're gonna make people keep talking about it.
Our task is to figure it out, but halfway through we're like, man, what happened to that? Like, what's going on?
What year did we shoot this movie?
Oh, dude, I almost saw Liam Neeson
So,
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh yeah, he's
I was in
the
Welland.
area.
Did you go to
We're not supposed
Wellington?
to talk about where we're at.
No, well, I was.
He's
Well, that's
near
where
us.
I'm at. They know, I've already mentioned where I'm at. Come find me.
well, it does say
Go ahead.
Ohio-based. I mean,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
we've talked about
Liam
the
Neeson's in
Browns and
Ohio.
wear brown stuff, and so
I've said that.
You guys hang out to the end of the episode, and I'll give you Bram's home address.
Hey, there's social security number.
just stay tuned. You guys see a lion that actually looks very familiar to you. If you remember the guy that got sent home from the championship after the bar fight, you see. At first, you guys think it's him, but
I have no recollection of this.
just to avoid some roll. There's one guy. Remember the bar fight?
I remember the
with
fight.
the Ronin. Well, this guy got too injured to continue in the contest.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
So I
I
sent him
remember
home.
She's like, but not samurai. I know.
This appears to be a twin brother. So at first you think it's him, but then you realize that no, there's some
When do you
slight
have to become a
differences.
samurai?
Just because I don't want you guys to make a bunch of rolls just to figure that out.
Hello, kitten.
I forgot that lions were
I was gonna take
a
our
clan, and I was like, a familiar lion. Is that my boy Simba?
Oh my god, me too.
Boy, Simba.
My brain is not working tonight. And then
It's
didn't
really
wanna
just an
admit that
aside
it
that's in
happened.
here in
Damn it.
case that
That's my fault.
pre-gen
We got two
character's in
people
the game,
down.
But yeah, he's got some people paying attention to him, like he's a little bit of a celebrity.
Obviously,
You guys see a group of, basically the breakfast is going to go on, without incident unless you guys want to do something. But you do notice a small group of older Emerald magistrates kind of muttering to themselves and watching you guys eat. Probably a few years older than you.
Stop looking at me.
Basically, they're just talking shit about the new people. Like,
Oh, okay, so, all right.
that's the impression you get.
Right.
Yeah, they're muttering and looking at you guys, but.
Let's just think about that.
But if you guys don't want to do anything, then we're gonna move to your first training lesson.
This bacon is too crispy.
Yes.
I demand satisfaction. Where is the chef? I must rule him.
I am insulted by this gruel. Can we have a duel with the
I wanted
with
I
the
mean,
chef?
you can have a duel with anybody you
The chef
challenge.
comes out with just a
duel to.
giant butcher's knife instead of a sword.
I was actually thinking that in my head too. I was like,
boss fight.
would the chef have a butcher knife? I think he would.
Or he cuts
pan.
food using a
frying
katana.
pan. Frying pan is his shield.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Oh yeah, I guess it'd be a wok. Of course, it would have to be a wok.
It's curved so the blade bounces off so it doesn't damage the shield. Woks are better than frying pans.
You're right. There's a little trivia there for you.
Yeah.
No, I did give you guys some experience last time. If you guys did anybody else spend it or is it you
No,
guys?
because you gave me one too few. So I gotta wait.
One too few.
I need 4 more to get what I'm getting next.
Didn't we get 3?
Actually, last time was
I have
different.
one
Oh, the
too
cat's
few.
gonna do some stuff. Oh wow, you missed all of the keys.
I'm gonna take the cat
What you
upstairs.
doing?
But
Oh my god.
Hey, Twitch, watch us. We have a cat that we're not gonna be aggressive to and throw and spit
do
on.
people do that on Twitch?
Some chick threw a cat and like spit vodka into its mouth and didn't get in trouble.
I'm
Everyone's
mad.
mad.
So they're
Because
still allowing
they're-
her to stream?
She's
Yeah.
probably a bigger streamer.
Yeah.
No, she's just sleeping with the right person.
Oh, gotcha. That too.
Fucking hot take. Whoa. Hey, whoa.
It's been proven.
Oh. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
So are we winning or losing?
They're about to score a touchdown, and we're about to be losing.
All right.
But, yeah, we lost. Well, we're losing. All right.
But you know we can win this game.
You can. You can win this investigation.
That's what they call it, I think.
I found out what happened. I won.
I set my goals day to day. I'm always winning, always on that grind, never sleep. Hashtag beast mode. Let's do it.
I hated everything that just happened.
Rise and grind.
I was still thinking about feast mode from the Wendy's RPG. And the fact that a nugget heals D4 damage.
Just like real life.
Of course. So yeah, you guys, your first lesson is at the Court of Judgment, which is right here. It is an outdoor setting. It's not like a classroom. As you walk in, you see your instructor, and he is not a samurai of one of the clans. He is, you see the Imperial Chrysanthemum Mon that he wears. So he is one of the Imperial...
Chrysanthemum.
The Mon. M-O-N.
I love that Digimon.
Yeah. That's where the clan logo would be. Instead, it's just a chrysanthemum.
What does that mean?
He is a member of...
Flower.
He is a member of one of the
Royal-
Imperial families.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I knew it's a flower.
So...
It's like, oh, yes, this there. It's like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's called the Chrysanthemum Throne. Is the...
Dude, I was gonna say, if you're not up on your botany, then like we can't.
Dude,
be
I
friends.
watch that Jersey dude on YouTube talking botany all the time. It's great.
All right.
Dude's got like a really thick Jersey accent, and he's just like out in the woods, like talking about like plants and stuff, like very accurately, but with his accent, and it's just hilarious.
He also saved a little fox.
Yeah,
So
that's how I found
Not
out
a
about
fox, a
him.
coyote.
Yeah, he saved like a coyote that was trapped somewhere. But it's just the classic, stereotypical Jersey accent, but he's talking about like flowers.
Does he angrily talk about them, but it's all like really positive stuff? Because I wouldn't do that.
No, it's not.
Like a
angry.
heavy, thick German accent, just like very aggressively talking about plants, but it's all nice.
It appears you guys are the only students.
Weird.
The instructor introduces himself, Sepun Hokotu. Sepun would be the family, just like how your guys' names are. So that's the Imperial family he's part of. And I think there's like 4 or 5 different ones.
There's 3 main ones.
3 main ones? Okay.
But then, yeah, there's a couple other ones.
So yeah, thin, angular man of advancing years. Basically, he sits beneath like a small awning, and basically you guys are just sitting on the ground. And he says, "So, you are to become Emerald Magistrates. We shall see." Now, once he introduces himself, I'm gonna say you guys can make a roll of probably culture.
Ooh, not good at that.
And recalling information would be
Earth.
Earth, probably, right? So make an Earth culture roll. Target number, simple, just 2. Basic one.
Oh, 2. It's
Is this like recalling memory?
Both.
Yeah.
So my one
Oh, no.
advantage would work to re-roll.
Mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me get one of those.
I did it. I recalled it.
Ooh.
With 2, and then what am I using my
A
opportunity
million
for?
more, I forget. Got exploded.
Yeah.
I'm acting carefully to minimize consequences.
One of these.
Because that's what it tells me I can do.
I just got 2.
I just want to know if anybody did not pass.
I did not.
What did you say the target number was? 2.
2.
I didn't.
Now.
Everybody, you
I
passed?
passed.
You didn't pass? So you're the only one who passed. So you, in your travels in the wall and amongst your family members, you've heard of this guy.
Must
He
have come to piss
is
off of it.
he is a very famous investigator and artist from the capital city.
Of course, the crab would remember.
Rumors even suggest he saw over 1,000 cases without ever leaving his study. So he's a very famous magistrate
Other people solved it. He just took credit for it.
Right.
I see how it works.
So yeah, so he's a little bit of a celebrity. So I don't know if you want to be starstruck or not, but I'm assuming no.
I can face down demons. This dude's.
I definitely thought you were
Investigation
going
and-
somewhere else with that.
Where'd you think I was going with that?
I can face down ass up.
So yeah, so
The way you usually
so
go.
you obviously this is probably not the opportune time to tell the rest of the party, so you can keep that information to yourself. But once you guys take a break, you can be like, "Oh my God, you know who that guy is? He's totally a celebrity. I'm getting his
How big is?
autograph."
Or you said he's an investigator and artist. How big is his art? Like,
His art is
5
so
by
big.
7.
I mean, he can draw it as big as you want.
That's the cool thing about art.
But he's more famous for his investigation abilities, but he's also
like Hitler.
he's more famous for the whole Jew thing. No one talks about his
we're talking about his
Love of
stamp
watercolors.
collection. So basically, after you guys get situated, welcome, young samurai, and welcome, of course, to our new Topaz champion. Congratulations.
I'm not wearing the armor, by the way. So
He still knows.
yeah. Alright.
He's an investigator. He knows.
He knows.
How did you know?
He knew before you knew. And essentially, he's like, "Tell me, why would one so young wish to serve the Empire in this way? Please relate to me your backstories." And he'll point to we'll let the new champion go first.
It's got good benefits.
I didn't think that far forward.
It's the game.
To best serve the Empire, one must be able to do things that others are not willing to do. That is where we fall in line.
I'm pretty sure that's just the scorpion
Scorpion thing,
beliefs.
yeah.
not anything about magistrates.
No.
But he'll just kind of grunt and then take his eyes to you. The next, just go around the table.
Oh, this is a task that was asked of me, and so I will do what I can to serve the Empire.
Geez, I don't know. Anything to help protect the wall.
It's nothing to do with the wall.
Yeah, but this gives me in with people. I can make friends and get them to go to the wall.
Sure. I just like putting you on the spot.
The spirits are at unrest here.
I tell that to my grandpa.
The proper order must be
Pet pet. Heat pet pet.
Heat pep pep.
Edo Pet Pet.
Never
Let's
forget.
not forget about heat pet pet. Alright. Go ahead.
To keep the dragon monks integrated. And what better honor is there than serving the Empire?
Yeah, we don't have enough of them.
Alright. So he's going to launch basically now into a several-hour lecture covering interrogation, interview techniques, evidence gathering,
I take extremely thorough notes.
different types of criminals and heretics that an Emerald Magistrate might encounter, where your authority lies. Again, we'll go into detail of what you can and can't do later when you're actually on an Emerald Magistrate
Oh, what, you
mission.
don't want to talk about this for 3 hours as we try to find every loophole in the rules?
Yeah, I can do everything.
Well, no, I mean there is a sidebar that I'll let you guys read separately. Once you're on an Emerald Magistrate mission after you, but yeah, you can't. You do have authority to arrest people and interrogate people on good purpose, but you can't just go anywhere and just be like, "You come with me. You're under arrest." You have to have probable cause and stuff.
I
But
found this bag of weed on him. Come with me.
yep, that's exactly how it's gonna work. Is that an interception?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So
He's just so distraught.
Dude, this
he is.
game just intercepted your thought.
So yeah, basically he's gonna not just the importance of gathering testimonies, but noticing clues, putting them all together. He's gonna relate to you some old cases, stuff like that.
Nice little cases.
But we are gonna,
He
yes.
puts on CSI.
We're-
Bakugan.
he gets into one old case that his most recent solved case. Was dealing with the Deer Clan and the daimyo Shika Renju, and the Spear Lancers. Spear Lancers are basically like some special agents the Deer Clan train, like assassins, and just
They know they're a little redundant.
they're just like
And
special officers, and there was a betrayal, and I was asked to investigate who betrayed the daimyo of the Deer Clan, and it turned out there was several suspects. One of which was one of the spear dancers themselves. They claimed to be on a nightly walk and seeing the assassin approaching that was going to slay this daimyo, and he claimed he was in the garden at night meeting with a secret lover, and as he went to intercept this assassin, he tripped upon a sleeping chicken, where the chicken erupted into a frenzy, and the assassin ran away, and he claimed that he was the savior. I knew right away what really happened. You guys have all the information I had that day. How would you solve this case?
Ask the chicken.
You guys make it's a courtesy or a games check.
Wait.
Does it matter which stance?
Yeah. Target number is 3 for everything else. Everything. For target number is 3 for void and air. It's 2 for water and earth. It's 5 for fire.
Ooh, water it is then.
Yeah. It's
Games or courtesy, or you guys could just not roll and try to figure out.
I'm trying to go through the.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure out who the.
So cool.
So this daimyo was betrayed by someone,
Right.
and this.
Can you do it again? Like, can you tell us again or no? Can you only tell us the one?
I'll try to reiterate it because I don't think I told it as well as I wanted to. Anyways.
Okay.
I told it much better in my drunken head on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So this daimyo was betrayed by someone in his family. He was investigating who the betrayer was. The spear dancers were like the bodyguards of this daimyo. One of the there was supposedly a assassination attempt. One of the spear dancers was with supposedly his girlfriend late at night, and seeing this assassin approaching, and tried to intervene, tripped on the chicken, and scared away the assassin, and that was basically his defense. I'm actually the hero.
Gotcha.
I stopped this assassination attempt, but it was determined he was actually the betrayer. But what was his way of solving this case based on that information? This is great. You guys are never going to get this right.
I'm going to.
This is from a scholastic book I bought in 6th grade called 5-Minute Mysteries.
What?
Is that all the information we get, or can we ask him questions?
No, he says you have all the information I have that day.
Okay.
But you can just make the roll. You don't have to try to figure it out.
What's the target number? 2.
Depends on what you're using.
2
Water.
for what? Water?
Water is 2.
Yes. I did it.
I'm going to assume
I'm gonna think
that
about it for a second.
Yeah. I should have wrote the story out more in depth,
Right.
but I didn't. I was just going to wing it, and it didn't work very well.
Just read us.
Now he just knows that information and he solved it, or he went there and investigated.
No, well, he
stuff?
went there and investigated it, but based on that information, he was able to immediately determine, no, he did not chase away an assassin. He was the one who betrayed.
Yeah, I would assume because if he is with his girlfriend, I mean, why were they near a chicken coop to begin with? Or was any of the chickens' feathers like kicked around and stuff like that? That's what I'm going with.
He went and talked to the secret girlfriend.
The answer, of course, after he listens to your guys' response. Who else passed?
I did too.
All right, so you guys that passed figure it out. Who didn't pass?
I did not pass.
All right, so you guys are you're going along with Derek's.
I'm just throwing stuff out because I'm like.
I had something to do with the girlfriend, but I don't know what.
I'm just listening.
So
The dude was gay.
No, he immediately knew that he was out there that night for nefarious purposes because when he related this story, chickens do not sleep on the ground; they roost. And immediately, you would never trip over a sleeping hen. A chicken will always be up in the air roosting. So he knew with that bit of information that the guy obviously was lying.
I'm not an agree investigator, but he's a master of farm animals too.
Basically, the whole point of the lecture is that to look for the non-obvious clues.
All right.
Basically.
Noted.
But yeah. So basically, he closes his training with strong words about your new role in uncovering threats to the Empire. Let it fall to dangers less obvious than the horrors of the Shadowlands. Even in this very castle and the people in it are not immune to infiltration from those who wish to tear down the Empire.
All right, a little dramatic, but
He said his strong words.
why didn't the ruby chick come to him?
because we were the obvious choice.
The master investigator / artist is just like, I'm above finding out your shit.
Maybe she could.
There actually is a reason why you guys are chosen instead of someone like that.
Hey.
Because
He did it.
because of your young, non-biased opinion, you don't know anybody here. You don't know anybody in the castle. It actually makes a lot of sense why she would have picked someone like you to do the
I still think it
investigation.
makes more sense to get the person who.
And this dude heard a story about a guy tripping over a chicken. He goes, I know exactly what happened that night. My other story was like, I don't know, maybe he's gay because he didn't have a girlfriend. He lied about that.
So yeah, basically this concludes your training for the day. You have your midday meal, and now you have some free time and up until dinner. So, what would you guys like to do?
Go arrest our teacher.
How much time do we have?
You got
Enough.
basically between lunch and dinner all afternoon.
You should figure out the
Maybe
non-obvious.
we should go to the cave.
And obviously,
Makes sense,
I mean,
yeah.
even after dinner, you could do more. It's just
What if you don't make it back in time for dinner?
What if we don't make it back?
Do they give you a mark one more of those and you're out?
I mean, I don't know if it's super important to be at the meals on time, but I'm gonna say that it would be noted that you weren't there, and people would talk. So I don't think you could just skip a meal without drawing attention to yourself.
Well, it's not purposely skipping. It's something's happening. It's we're 100 miles underground. How do we get out? Dinner's in 5 minutes. We're never gonna make it.
Mom's gonna be so mad.
The streetlights are turning on, guys. We gotta get home.
Yeah, I think we'll go down to the caves.
You want to go to the cave?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a bunch of stoners is very not obvious. So
It appears.
see if they did it.
You know, it's pretty small. There's lots of footprints inside. Lots of ashes.
Hey, you can see all stuff that you can see everything.
The cave has a wide
imagine
entrance,
hidden
but
things.
draws to a close
If
after.
I make the pad, the check, and then it's only within a squared room, 12 yard or 9 yards, something like that. You
Well,
said.
I'm
yeah.
just saying if there's a secret room down here or something,
Like
like a
it-
door.
The cave has a wide entrance.
Magically.
It draws to a close after 30 so feet. There's pipe ashes and scraps of paper on the ground. simply from debris from smoking. Several boulders line the sides of the walls. There's a large boulder at the end, and basically it's just it's just what they said. It smells strongly of tobacco, and possibly some other scents that are not normal tobacco. But
That wacky tobacco.
I don't know what opium smells like, but
Burnt flowers.
Poppy seeds.
and then the cave is right here.
We're not using that map. So.
We're using it slower than I just changed a few things.
Where is the like river where we were like walking last night in
Like,
relation
probably way
to the
down.
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be out over here. Yeah, I mean this. I mean you can see this is like up on a mountainous.
Sure,
like-
sure, sure. Yeah,
Sometimes
we're
rivers are
underneath. I was
mountains.
just wondering.
But it looks like the walkway to get to the cave is stairs carved into the side, and then you just kind of go into the cave from there. And
How big is the cave on the
about
inside?
30 foot.
Okay, yeah. When I get in there, I kind of like.
So yeah, if you guys wanna search around, you can do your survival.
There's nobody else down here.
Not right now, no.
Oh, well then I don't have to be sly about it.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna.
I just commune with the air spirits, and if there is a secret door, I let them let me know.
Well,
You're
could've-
looking specifically for a secret door.
I mean,
Well, it just reveals.
Anything.
you could have just rolled a skullduggery or a survival check, but if you want to use your fancy technique,
And why wouldn't
Yeah.
If you see
why
a
wouldn't
door,
you?
let
Yes.
me know.
The boulder at the end of the cave can be moved to reveal a small exit.
Well, that was easy. I was gonna suggest doing that anyways.
All right, hand me the dice. I'll open it. What do I have to do?
Well, hold
strong.
on. Is there anything around it like that makes it move?
Yeah, these
Like,
hands.
can you see where it has been moved, or is it easy to move?
We
Or is
also-
there some sort of
yeah.
mechanism that
I got
moves
lock and
it?
unlock right here,
I
baby.
feel like if this was the way that he was taken to secretly get out, it has to be
He
movable
probably-
by a
yeah.
frail old dude.
Maybe he's just like old man strength. He's just like when he takes off his shirt, he's just absurdly ripped, and you just can't see it. He's like Master Roshi.
On this side, you do not see anything that looks like it would assist in opening it. You can just do a fitness check to try to push it out of the way.
Alright, go ahead.
You guys can use the assistance rules if you want. It's going to be a target number 3, depending on what stance you use, it could be different.
Where's my phone?
How do we
I need to look at my
assist?
stances.
We're just gonna assume that for the rest of the game. There's
What's that?
stances that are different. Isn't it like a guessing game? It's like a rock paper
Yeah,
scissors type
kind
thing?
of, yeah. Well, he has to let us
I have
know.
to tell you,
if he
otherwise
doesn't.
I give you a void
Yeah,
point.
he has to give us a void point if he doesn't tell us.
If
what
I
the target
conceal
numbers are.
the target number from you,
Oh.
then I give you a void point. Otherwise, I have to always tell you the target number.
I'm gonna do it in water.
And
I'm
for the
gonna
longest
assist
time,
you.
I didn't
Fishing.
understand why I would ever do that, but I'm going to be concealing the target number at least once this adventure, and now I understand why it's a DM tool in the game.
Oh.
So,
Hey, I'm in.
assistance basically just means you get an extra white dice or an extra, whatever. Depends on what you're using. Fitness. So
Water, fitness water.
if anybody, all right, fitness water is going to be a 2.
All right.
But anybody who is also skilled in fitness can give him a white dice.
Oh yeah,
someone
I'll
wanna
do
give me a
that.
white-
If
dice,
you're
dude?
not
Okay.
skilled in fitness, you can give him a black dice.
Do we all
We
get
have, we have
assist?
to.
Can I get two?
Don't we have to pass the check first?
No.
Though?
No.
You just assist.
You just
Oh.
get him a white.
You
I
just,
already got one white
but
dice.
yeah,
Can I get a black one too?
I'm
No,
gonna
more
say,
than one
I'm gonna
people
say,
can help.
But
White's better than black, babe.
I don't know, but that's what he's deciding right now.
yeah, that's what.
How many-
Let me see the book.
What?
It's on page 6.
how many helps can I get?
That's what I'm.
It
Can I
doesn't
get a help?
specify. It's just like it's one of those narrative things.
I'm gonna say
I
with
feel
this,
like
no more than 2 people can get in there to push on it.
Get in there, guys.
You said it's on page 6.
That's,
Yeah,
what,
'cause,
that's
like-
what this says.
So
Yeah.
that means I gotta keep 5 dice.
Yep.
Page 6 is just narrative.
Really?
The-
It says, you know why? It says page 6 of the rule book because this is talking about
Yeah.
the beginner game.
Well, I'm in
rule
the
book.
skill checks right now, so. But go ahead and make your roll, and we'll figure out if you can add
I
anything
know
to
it's
it.
way up there in the beginning.
Yeah, it's right here.
Uh oh.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll nail it.
Maybe.
Alright. You
can. It's basically it's up to you to depend on how many people
That's what I
can
figured, yeah.
assist.
That's what I
So
thought.
if there's only room for 2 people,
Okay, but yeah, so you easily push it out of the way.
I mean, do I? You don't know how many passes I got.
You just told me you passed.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't say a single word to you.
I swore you just said you got it.
He was talking to me when I was like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Didn't say this.
He was just being.
All right, I have
confident.
4 successes. I'm using my 2 opportunity to remove my strife. So now I'm back down to 0, and there we go. Boom! Open it.
All right.
Nice.
Maybe. As
So
long as what was the target number?
what's
with
that?
water 2.
All right. Well, I
Oh, okay.
fucking beasted that
So-
door.
I just want to note that I was far enough away that if it blows up,
I'm used to explosions, dude. You think I got this
All right,
crab
so
body without
just
taking explosions?
inside the opening, you see a long tunnel. It's pretty dark. I would say from this, you don't see light on the other side from where you're at right now. Just inside the door, there is a small candle and flint, as well as there's a metal bar for easier movement of the boulder from the inside. So like basically there's a bar attached to grab something to grab hold of to slide it from the inside.
Where from going down? Like which way is the tunnel facing?
Deeper into the mountain?
Basically, yeah, I mean underneath. I mean, yeah, it's at the back of this, so it's going out that way.
So the bar to move the boulders on the side that we were not on.
Yes.
So somebody would have been opening it for him.
So if you were opening it from the inside, you'd have something to grab a hold of, basically.
Well, someone had to be there
Oh,
to
you're saying
reclose
the
it.
inside. That's
Like if you were
not the side we were on.
Yes, like if
Okay.
you were coming from the other way, the
Okay.
bar is there so you can move it from the inside.
Okay.
But no, you don't necessarily know that if he was too frail to do something like this. You know he was starting to show
But
signs
no,
of
but
old
how can he
age.
close it once he gets on our side? Because there's no bar on that side, so there'd have to be someone to
you
do it for
opened
him.
it,
No,
he's
yeah, they
old.
just push it the other way.
He's an old dude,
but he just said that
Okay.
he wasn't necessarily.
with the
free.
bar to help though.
You have not you did learn that he was starting to show some signs of age creeping up, but you didn't hear any indications where he was losing strength. So for all you know, he could have had help. He
Like,
could have done it
that's
himself.
Yeah. Arnold can probably still squat more than me.
Could have did it himself.
yeah, I can definitely.
Yeah, but his knees would give out sooner.
What?
His knees would give out sooner.
That's true.
There are.
I just got the impression when we talked to what's his face and he was like, he still takes those walks every night. Like that it was like he shouldn't be.
Well, he's the emerald
But
dude.
he's-
He probably shouldn't.
Well, if he's fine, then I guess go ahead.
So, a little bit farther down, you do see some papers strewn around on the ground.
Any chicken feathers?
Writing papers or like
Rolling papers.
I mean, it's a little far away, but you can see them like down a ways, like 20 feet away
Do
before
we
the
seem
light
to?
comes
Do we
away.
seem that we're going on a downward trajectory towards like the base of the mountain, or is it kind of parallel,
Or are they going up?
or going up?
Let's close the boulder behind us.
Right now, it's going fairly straight.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna close the boulder real fast.
So you guys are gonna go inside, light the candle,
Yeah.
or are you gonna? Because no one has dark vision, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
we're
no,
gonna.
yeah.
Yeah, we're lighting the candle.
Yeah.
Is it a thing?
You described it.
Light up your sword.
I mean, who knows? There might be.
Yeah, does your fire sword actually produce light?
It's on fire.
Yeah, but it could be like a magical fire.
I
Or
have.
just it's on
Magical
fire.
fire is still fire.
Yeah, but it could be magical in that it has the properties of fire minus the light part. 'Cause you're
just like
you're
dark-
burning souls.
Dark fire.
Ow!
It's
What
dark
happened?
fire. You can't see it.
It's like normal fire. Normal fire doesn't burn someone's soul. It just burns their skin.
Has your soul ever touched fire?
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll light.
Okay.
How long does it stay lit?
As long
Until last call.
As long as I want.
All right. So yeah, basically,
It's my secret. It's always
the
lit.
papers. Once you get a little closer to them, they do not have any footprints or other marks on them.
They're just blank.
Well, no.
So there's some kind of mark.
Yeah, so there's marks on them.
You do not need to make the composition check to realize that this is the same elegant blue ink that matches the handwriting that you found in the hidden cubbyhole.
Could these
So these are Satsumi's handwriting.
missing things?
I'm using the things I learned today. Those are the missing papers.
Dude, I don't remember who asked.
The writing concerns his
Someone
duties
asked
and
where those
meetings
papers were.
as Emerald Magistrates, as well as other official business. But as you get through some other ones,
One paper just says, "Hey, Bill, please don't kill me in this tunnel." Oh no, you did it.
you find some other papers that do not match the same handwriting in this thing. And
The plot thickens.
they specifically about a correspondence written to Satsumi from a different hand. Obviously, you don't recognize the handwriting. And talking about the unjust nature of how Rokugan is governed and how the imperial family is not fit to rule.
Ooh.
And
This is some,
the handwriting on him doesn't match anything you've seen before. It appears to be addressed to him, but basically a lot of the... now, you guys could go to the library and research this stuff.
Is it signed?
It is not.
Wow, dude.
But,
Nerd.
Royal family sucks. Love, Jeff.
well, basically, that's all it is the unjust nature of how Rokugan and
but it was written to. Is
one-
it just a letter saying this, or was it written to the Emerald Magistrate? Does it like say, "Dear"?
No, it's written to the Emerald
Okay.
Champion. Like,
It's just letting them know.
yeah.
Hey, I don't like these people.
Hey, does it make good points though?
I mean, one of the sons is too weak. The other of the Emperor. That's his name.
Yeah, all hentai.
One of them is too weak. His other son is too kind. They're not fit to rule. You're not sure why Satsumi would have this stuff in his possession.
I mean, don't we know that he's like...
But these
Critical
very
of
well
them?
could be the papers that were missing from his little cubby hole.
Well, if I learned anything today, it's that papers don't belong on the ground.
in hidden caves?
In hidden
especially with no
caves.
footprints on them.
Yes. Ooh.
I pick up papers on the ground all the time that don't have footprints on them. If I see a
So,
paper, I step over
Were
it.
these on the ground? Were they like in a neat stack? Were they placed on the ground, or were they dropped?
No,
were
they were
strewn
scattered.
about?
Oh,
They
Okay.
were scattered like
Right.
someone dropped them.
Okay, so it
100%
wasn't that
strewn.
somebody put them here to be found. It was that they were dropped in a rush.
Yes, but they haven't been here that long because there's no, like I said, they're not footprints on them. They're not dirty.
Well, the no footprints could be just that no one's in this tunnel. They could have been here for like 6 months. If no one comes in this tunnel ever, they wouldn't get footprints.
Are there any footprints on the ground? Heavy depressions in the balls of the feet? Wide gait indicating running? I listened. Investigation class.
Make your tracking skill. I don't know if we have. Is there a
Survival?
tracking skill? Survival.
Probably survival.
That's what we used in the outdoor thing. Do you want some help with that?
Definitely. I'm gonna do it.
I don't have any.
I'm gonna do it very neutral.
I was gonna say, can I do it too?
Basically, you're going to need to study these papers later or go to the library to
Use
research them to
survival, right?
get any more
Think you're
information.
right.
This is just from your glance via
So do I
candlelight
get to keep
in the
an
dark.
additional one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there's more to learn as you research them later, but this is just your initial glance via candle.
All right, I'm
So-
looking at for footprints. I've got like all of them are successful. I have so much success looking at these footprints.
There's definitely nobody that comes through here.
There's lots of footprints
Oh.
coming and going, and they all seem to be from the same pair of feet.
Oh, yeah,
Do they wear
just-
shoes?
Sandals.
They have the weird one, the weird shoe.
Yeah.
No, that's ninja shoes.
Sandals.
It's those weird wooden things
Clogs.
from the Princess Mononoke.
There's lots of coming and going footprints, but they look like they all belong to the same pair of
I think
sandals.
they still call that though.
You deduce that from your bonus successes.
My 7 successes.
I see that you have a shitload, so I know. So you knew there was footprints without making that roll, but with doing that roll, yes, there's lots of footprints going both directions, and they seem like they're all the same person. With all the same pair of shoes, at least.
I'll gather the
How big are the
Jetta.
shoes? Can I?
Jetta.
I would like to.
GT.
Size
The Mugen ones?
9.
Size 9. I wonder what size the Emperor wore.
That's what I'm
I wonder
thinking.
if there's any of his shoes. Did we remember seeing any of his clothes when they were transporting his stuff? Did I get a good look at any of his shoes? Were they about a 9?
You
would
can
say?
recall that information.
When I
You can recall that information from when you helped write the cart and when
Yeah.
you put stuff in the cart. Sure, go ahead.
I use it to start.
What's recalls Earth? So what else?
What is she using? What skill?
Oh, I'm trying to think. What's
What
the
are you trying to do?
memory basically again?
Oh, to recall. Recall would be Earth, but what for what?
Sentiment.
His
I don't know.
shoe size.
Aesthetics.
Aesthetics? Makes sense.
To recall any of his belongings when you guys flip the cart over. Back from Adventure 1. I would say aesthetics would probably
Yeah.
work. What do you think?
I go to
Wouldn't it
Culture.
be more of the scholar skills to know or learn a
I mean,
fact?
that's
or
not
the-
sentiment.
You can create whatever role you think. You explain to me why you think it'll work.
I don't know. I was just asking.
Because I have good at
Because I'm
skill.
better at sentiment than I am at aesthetics.
Yeah, it's sentiment because you're being real nice and remembering the dude's shoe size so you could get him something for his birthday.
I'm
I kneel.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
Happy death.
I kneel over and I look at the shoe prints with you to give you a black dice
Okay.
as an assist. But as I'm looking though, I immediately turn my head to the side and I pull up my mask a little bit and I just start coughing up blood. And it just starts pouring out of my mouth.
What the
and
fuck?
I'm gasping. And I have to cover my mouth and it just kind of pours.
You need some healing hands, bud?
Way to
And
Is he
I kind
okay?
of like just
way to
bloody-
taint the crime scene.
with a bloody hand. I just kind of hold off and I hurry up.
I'm really distracted. I only got one success.
Makes sense.
like, oh shit, wait, what?
I immediately pull down my mask again.
You do not specifically remember seeing a pair of shoes
All you remember is that he
in
did
the
in fact wear
cart,
shoes.
but you do remember that there was still some clothing in his room upstairs that they were packing up. So was packing up the last bit of clothing.
And we could also ask his servant dude that with the cart if he knows what size shoe he wears.
That's a random question. Like, how do we back that up? Like, why?
Hey, where are your samurai friends? Do you know what size shoe the dude wears?
I just
He's
lean
like,
up
"That's
against
suspicious."
Emerald
You got
Champion
me,
is
just
chosen
went
by
off
their
his
shoe
dick
size. How did you know this secret information of the Empire?
I am offended. Let us duel!
I just lean up against the cave wall and start, breathing heavy, catching my breath.
Are you?
You're gonna brew some weird ass tea, Raceland?
So this is the thing that
Does that happen a lot?
I forget.
I'm fine.
You don't seem fine.
It's a lot of blood to come out of one's mouth.
Preferably none comes out of one's mouth.
Roughly.
Just kind of, yeah.
That's
well,
my
no, I wouldn't
medical
wipe it on. I
opinion.
guess I just kind of wipe it on the ground.
Now your hand's just covered in dirt.
Dirt and blood, yeah.
You,
Good,
you
yes,
made
yes.
blood mud.
We just took the investigation class today, but probably leaving the bloody handprints on a potential crime scene not an awesome idea.
I try to smear
They
it.
don't have DNA.
Well, it's just gonna make it look like something went down here that maybe didn't.
I'm gonna say.
Commune with
so
the
this
earth
is probably the
spirits.
first time they've seen this happen with you, right? Because it's the first time you've done it in public around them. Because I always forget to do it. So.
Keegan made me.
Oh, did he? Good. Good, because I keep forgetting to. Thank you, Keegan, because I never remember to do that. This is, it's one of his disadvantages. Just like your
Coughs up blood.
your Shadowlands taint.
You got the tuberculosis.
He has an incurable
TB
disease.
taint.
Oh,
Thrax!
you got the consumption.
You caught Thrax.
Yeah, he's got syphilis.
You eating them chimpanzee eggs, dude?
What? You got threat.
Yeah, you got Thrax. You got a bad case of the Thrax.
Not of
That's
the
canon.
N variety.
Yeah.
That's 100% canon.
Well, I do imagine Ozzy and Drix, but they're samurai.
Yeah, is that contagious?
Google.
Should I worry about this? I don't want to cough blood and get an incurable disease.
Yeah, does that hurt?
You know what's really unfortunate? You chose that one and you always wear a mask.
You always cough of blood into your mask.
Well, that's why
Then you
I
can't
pulled it
take
out.
your mask off to clean it out.
That's why I pulled it off real quick, coughed it all up, covered my mouth, and then pulled my mask back down real quick.
It just sucks for you that you have to wear a mask.
hands are
So one of you may have got a glimpse at his chin.
I was gonna say that I would definitely attempt to look, just because curiosity is one of my big things, and I wouldn't even necessarily want to use the information, but I'd be like, I just saw a scorpion's face. Nice.
What does he look like? Not at all what I assumed he'd look like.
Again, I tried to attempt to block it immediately as I pulled it up.
Yeah, you would. I mean, you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't see anything.
No.
I wasn't in the immediate vicinity,
He's
so.
a panda under there.
Adorable.
Lifts up the half mask. Full
So what would you guys
canvas.
like to do now? Would you like to continue along in the cave?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I wanna.
No, I've seen enough.
I wanna gather up those papers.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm
We had done
assuming.
that.
I mean, you are.
No.
You are
Right.
instructed to gather evidence.
You know what
and-
they say about
and,
assuming.
So I mean, basically,
You shouldn't do it.
on day 4, when you present your case to the Ruby Champion, she's gonna look at all the evidence you found. So
We found these papers in a cave. It's evidence he was murdered.
it's not evidence he was murdered, but it's evidence that
He's
He was in the cave.
he may or may not
He's
fully agreed with everything the Empire does, and he is the right-hand man of the Emperor.
Or he did agree, and the guy who didn't agree is the one that killed him.
Well,
Maybe.
we need to go. While you're investigating the clothing, we should.
Well, I don't want to go back
Oh.
yet. I want to
Okay.
keep
Well,
going.
sure, right.
Yeah. I want
Alright.
to keep going through, and I
Well, we
want
should.
to.
I was gonna say somebody should go and look at his logs to see if this was something that he was investigating. Because if there was zero investigation after somebody comes up and says the
Yo.
Empire is
Well,
screwing you
Hentai's
over,
bullshit.
do know that he was doing some sort of investigation because he spent a lot of time in the library in the law section.
So
We
let's-
can see what he was.
Good on you, because I forgot about that. Give yourself a point.
Yeah, so we can go and
This
see
guy.
what he was.
I know.
Fast
Yeah,
track would be
looking
dope.
at. But I do, as we're continuing into the cave or out of the cave, I want to keep looking for different footprints to see if. I mean, at some point, there's got to be a different footprint of something, even if it's once we're out. Like, because where was he going?
Well, yeah, I guess we
And who
continue
was
down
he
the tunnel.
meeting?
Maybe the other side of this tunnel leads to his bedroom.
Good.
Basically, you guys continue in this tunnel for a
Or
while. It
somewhere
does,
to get, 'cause he's on the top.
it does gradually go down, and it exits, backside of the castle, like a mile away from the castle, out in the back. You actually come up out of like a hole in the ground that is fairly well concealed, that you probably could walk past it and not even notice it was there. It just kind of looks like just like a small hole in the side of a hill, but you actually emerge from it.
It's nowhere near the Henry, right?
No, the Henry's
No.
like way up here on
No,
the
it's nowhere
cliff.
near the
and-
Henry. But yeah, basically you follow it and you get outside, and that's where that ends.
So it's the secret.
But I'm looking at
tunnel.
I'm looking for more footprints just in case. I think I need to look at something real quick.
Do we think that secret bit was secret to the scorpions that smoked down there? Or do you think they don't even know anything about that little secret boulder?
I
Well,
would think-
considering she did not see any other footprints, I would assume that.
That's true.
I mean, we
the
are
high
sneaky.
people are like never like into like investigating weird shit.
I mean, you also just got an ability that allows you to find secrets, so I'm sure if the scorpion knows it exists.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
there's no evidence that even if they knew, there's no evidence that it was used by someone else.
Unless
Well,
they stole his own shoes.
yeah, I mean, they could be all wearing the same pair of shoes. It could be
Put his shoes
They
on
have
their
the exact
hands and
same
they
gait, that walk
handstand.
on their feet the same way.
Yeah.
They just lean out just a little bit.
It's like that
This
thing like,
guy's
when you look at the beach and you only see one set of footsteps, it's because Jesus was carrying you. It's like that. Samurai Jesus.
I'm
was
gonna
carrying us
say
through
no.
the
You do
cave.
not see any other footprints. I'm
Samurai.
pretty sure that that's the right answer.
Okay. And what about once we're out of the hole? Can we still track which way he went from here?
No, not really.
Okay.
Once you get out in the normal grass.
Could we try?
I mean, you can,
I don't wanna.
but
Would 7 successes get me there or not?
I mean,
Yeah, because 8's
most
like
of the time,
max.
all you really know is that he did take a lot of nightly walks. You don't know if he was meeting up with anybody or not.
Didn't they say he was?
Did they?
I'm pretty sure it was. Hey, he's taking walks and like meeting up with someone.
Or is that the conclusion that we came to?
I think we might have come to
I-
that conclusion.
I think we just assumed. But, like, how did he get this letter?
If someone's meeting
Well, if it
between-
was something, I mean, if it was delivered to him and it was part of his secret thing, and then he came down here but why would he just randomly drop him if there was nothing chasing him?
I'm pretty sure that him meeting up with people is canon because
That's why
that was
I'm
one of the
trying to
reasons why we
remember
wanted to
if
go
there should
follow
be
his
more
path was to
footprints
see who
here.
he was meeting up with because they might have been the ones that killed him.
That's why I'm trying to remember if there should be more footprints here, and I'm thumbing through to
Is that
Make
something
sure-
that
make sure that I don't mess that up.
his, like, assistant told us?
Yeah. So said that he did nightly walks and then met up with someone.
So said so.
Yeah.
Did so say that?
I'm almost positive So said that.
Did So say that, or was it was it like your, or Derek's person maybe? Or did he just tell him about the secret rooms?
I'm looking. Often had secret visits from outsiders who were not registered in the guest logs nor processed through the room of questioning.
Yes.
The place where unexpected visitors and strangers are received. Look at that. Give yourself an experience.
I remembered.
Remembering things I forgot. So yes, that was a thing. And so sure, they'll be halfway down. There's other footprints. Because if he's meeting with people in secret, then that would make sense. But it doesn't look like they came all the way up into the castle.
Okay.
It looks like he would meet like in the middle of the cave, or halfway down, or
Okay.
at the entrance of the caves at the other end.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, so that's where the other footprints are, is like more towards the end.
All the way, all the way towards the end. Yeah.
Okay, so when we come out, what's around us then? Nothing?
Just a river and
Nature.
Yeah, trees and grass and nice fields and just the outskirts.
Okay, so there's no buildings in sight at all.
No.
Okay.
The closest building will be the next village over, which is far away. Oh, it's upside down. I'm just double
Looks like
checking.
it's right there on the map.
I just want to make sure there wasn't anything.
Wouldn't the
super
closest
close
building
by.
technically be like back the way we came, or up and not really far away in the next town over?
Dude, you're dropping some deep wisdom right
Like, there's the castle, but the next nearest
actually-
building's way over there.
The furthest
Actually, what it would be
furthest
mainly
distance
is
is right behind you or
plains,
whatever.
and the river that we're talking about looks to be impassable. It's way too wide. Unless that's just the scaling of this map being
Boats?
off. It looks like a boat river.
Well, I mean, he
not
just
a-
walked along
Not like
the
it's
river,
not like a
right?
creek. Yeah, it's
Right.
not like a creek. So.
Oh yeah, no, I assumed it was a. I was.
It's not a babbling brook.
I just wanted to know if there was anybody that could have potentially seen something from somewhere that
Fishermen.
wasn't like.
No, probably
tree.
not. Unless they were traveling by boat.
I mean, can you guys come in with nature spirits and be like, yo, plants, you see this dude?
What's up, grass?
Yeah, when I was a furball in that one campaign, I talked to a bush, and they gave us cool stuff. Are you
Okay,
making the Olympic
so-
rings over there?
We need, like, since this is coming to a dead end, we should probably split up our investigation between Law, the Henry.
What time is it right now?
Do you want to go to the Henry
Law training is not till
or the law?
day 3.
No, law.
No, just
I
like
know.
researching what he was researching and if it has anything to do with, because now was the Emerald Champion trying to also
Overthrow the government.
start a revolution?
How much time
or
do we
was-
have before
Dinner.
dinner?
Plenty.
Okay.
This wouldn't have taken you more than an hour.
All right, I will go to the
Hour and a
library.
half, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Henry?
So you guys are gonna go with Henry?
Yeah, we're gonna go to.
Oh, hey, by the way, before we split up, I'm letting you guys know who our teacher was today.
I'm tagging to the.
He's a famous artist and really good at finding stuff.
I can't believe I would forget that.
I almost made you know it automatically.
Hey, it's easy to forget someone's art.
I wonder if I remember
The names are written small.
But yeah, you're like, dude, that was Tom Cruise. You guys didn't know that? like now, who's that?
It's Com Trues.